Shoot me a comment if you are. I can't, I don't know how that works. Is it working? I guess it might be. Let's see. Might be a little noisy here. The grandbaby's here. Hey, how are you, Kevin? Thanks for tuning in. I've never done one of these live streams before, so it might be a little cumbersome, I guess. Where are you tuning in from, Kevin? "68 degrees, Bob." Well, let me see what the temp. It's currently 10 here. The kids are just coming in from outside. They were outside playing because it was a warm day at 10. I think I was just talking with you the other day there, Bob, about you being one of my first subscribers. Where at in Pennsylvania, Kevin? Let me see if I can hear anything. I think Bob was like my 11th or 12th subscriber back a couple years ago. I have never used this software other than to chat with John Ritter. But he was usually hosting it on his side, so I haven't tried it on my side. And I thought I'd give it a whirl and see what happens. I didn't know if anybody would tune in or not. Northeast of Pittsburgh. Well, I'm from Northeast Ohio, right on the border of Pennsylvania. If you went any further east, you'd be in Pennsylvania. So I'm very familiar with that neck of the woods, Kevin. Hey, John. Thanks for tuning in. This is my test drive. I've never done one of these live streams before. You're my inspiration, John. "36 degrees. You break out your shorts yet? As warm as that is. I was just telling these guys that it's 10 here right now. And the kids just come in from outside. The grandbaby's over here, granddaughter. Riley and Rosie were outside. Hey there, Mike. Wow, I'm getting more people than I expected. I didn't really expect anybody. This was supposed to be a test run. John, I was telling you a little bit ago, that one fellow that commented on your video, and you had told him that he might be a neighbor of mine, and he indeed is. And I guess he's going down to my Kubota dealer tomorrow to, or Monday, I guess, to buy a Kubota B2301. And I told him maybe if he lets me know what time he's going to be there, I'll meet up with him down there. So then maybe we'll go get some coffee. Let me look at my email here because he sent me an email. See what his name is. I can't remember. It was Mike. I want to say Mike Long. I want to say his name. Let's see. Yep, Mike Long is his name, John. I don't know if that's his YouTube name or not, but seems like a nice enough guy, at least by his email. Who knows? I might meet up with him. He'll shank me or something. That could be bad. That could be real bad. So Mike, have you got a camera on your computer? Uh-huh. Up visiting mom. How's she doing? She cooking for you again, making you fat? That's what happens usually when you get around moms. They just keep feeding you and feeding you and feeding you. John, your channel's kind of exploded here in the recent months. Where are you from, Bob? You're from Central Florida. Where at in Florida? It's always fascinating to me to see all the people that come in. We'll spend some more of that YouTube money, Mike. Get yourself a camera and some insulation for your shop. Because YouTube makes us rich. That's what everybody thinks anyway. I'm still waiting for the rich part myself. I got a thing in the mail the other day from Kubota Corporation that they're extending. They offered me $25,000 pre-approval for anything that I wanted to come down and finance. And Mama said no. She said she wasn't even going to show it to me. She opened it up. She was going to throw it away because she's afraid I'll go to the Kubota dealer and buy some more stuff. But if I go down there and meet that one guy at the Kubota dealer, I could be right in business then. But then I'll be in trouble. I'm trying to decide what the next thing is I ought to get. I'm thinking pallet forks because we're going to be we'll be getting pigs here, in a month or so, and we're going to be getting some big giant bags of feed, and I'd be interested to see how much of one of those bags that tractor can pick up. I don't think it can pick up a full load, but there's like 1,700 pounds. So if I could get it off the ground 2 inches, I'd be pretty happy because then I could move it around a little bit. But we may have to unload one of the bags a little bit and see what the tractor can lift if I can get some pallet forks. No, Mike, there's lots of machines around here. They sell a lot of them, and my Kubota dealer is loaded with equipment right now. They don't have any Massey Ferguson dealers here. Homestead Engineering, thanks for tuning in. You say your 2601 can lift 700 pounds. Is that 700 pounds off the ground, or is that 700 pounds 3 feet off the ground? Be interested to know. Because the loader itself, let's see, it's a let me get my calculator out here. It's a 434 times 2.2. It should be able to lift 954 pounds, because that 434 on the loader is supposed to be in kilograms. So you're supposed to be able to multiply that times 2.2, and that gets 954. But I've never had anything that I've had to lift that was really heavy. But no, I noticed that, Mike. There's not very many. Well, that's true. I forgot about the 200 pounds for the forks themselves. But yeah, Massey Ferguson doesn't seem to advertise much. Here locally, we have a John Deere dealer, but they also sell Bobcat. But I haven't seen any Bobcat tractors on their lot. Only John Deere tractors, and they do have Bobcat skid steers and stuff there. And we also have a New Holland dealer and a Kubota dealer. And then just recently, in the last year or so, a Branson dealer opened up. But the Branson dealer, I'm really hesitant about them, simply because they're not really a equipment place. So I'm they sell trailers and whatnot, you know, like car hauler trailers and different stuff like that. So I don't know what kind of service they would have. Hey there, Ed. Thanks for tuning in. This is my test run. I've never done one of these before, so I'm really surprised to see everybody that's here already. But so, Ed, we were just talking about the 2601, and was curious, have you ever done any? Do you have pallet forks, and if so, do you have an idea of how much that would weigh or how much that would lift? Homestead Engineering has a 2601. He says he can lift 700 pounds out of the back of a truck. So I would guess it. If you could lift 700 pounds out of the back of a truck, that'd be waist high at least. I would think you ought to be able to get close to 1,000 pounds at least off the ground. Yeah, Ed's really started something here, huh? So you guys have any interest in me doing these on a regular basis, and should I invite other people to join me? I've been a guest on John's channel a time or two. It is Ed's fault. He started a trend, and then yesterday, well, I did put out a warning, Bob, but it was only like 10-minute warning or something like that, because I just said I'm going to goof around. I was going to edit a video, and then I said, you know what, I'm going to try this. And John did it yesterday just randomly, so I said, well, if it worked for John, it's probably worked for me. But Ed from My Cluttered Garage. He's more like the Kubota and the John Deere dealers. He advertises a lot better than John and I do, I think. So Ed, you're kind of like the Kubota of the live streamers, because you give lots of advertisement and forewarning and whatnot. So John and I, we just say, hey, we're going to live stream and see what happens. So we've got people. Where's Homestead Engineering? Where are you guys from? Man, there's a little bit of a lag here, ain't there? That'll take a little getting used to. So we've got a little more snow. You know, we had that big giant snow in November where we got like 16 inches, and then it didn't snow for 2 months. And now it's just been kind of off again, on again, off again. So I've still got a little snow I should be plowing. You know, I uploaded that one or plowing out by the chicken coop the other day, and that's all filled in again. It's got more snow. The neighbor got 2 or 3 inches on his driveway over there, and I haven't been over and cleared that off, but we're getting pretty close to about the time where I'm going to have to start tearing up hard pack. So I'm probably going to try to use my Piranha tooth bar to at least break it up, and then I can clean it right down to the dirt and gravel. So that ought to be interesting. There's people here that make big money every spring busting up hard pack. Comes up in big sheets, and it's just big frozen chunks of snow that's been packed down over the winter. And if you don't keep it cleared off through the winter, ends up being a foot thick, and then it all melts quickly, and you can't even drive on it because it creates great big old ruts and whatnot, and people get stuck in their driveways. And so, because once it starts melting here, it really comes. See you, John. Thanks. So most of you guys are from the south there, or at least much more south than I am, I guess. And except for maybe Mike. Mike, do you have trouble with hard pack up there? Are you familiar with hard pack in your neck of the woods and how fast it melts? Cause an issue? I really want pallet forks, but I like the Artilian system because it becomes modular, and then I can add many different other things to it. But that's funny, Ed. John Ritter. And which one of us is going to be Suzanne Summers? That's one. You can be Suzanne. How's that, Ed? But so are you still there, Mike? I was just curious about your hard pack. Does it just melt and go away, or do you have to bust it up? Have you got any snow in your neck of the woods, Ed? All right. Well, I suppose that's a good way to do it, Mike. Around here, you know, if you don't keep after your snow, it just gets thicker and thicker and thicker. When I first came to Alaska, it's 21 years ago, we never even plowed our driveway. We just drove over it all the time, kept packing it down because the snow was really light and fluffy. And but then by spring, we paid for it dearly because of that hard pack. Will a box blade with teeth tear up your hard pack? I suppose it would, Bob. You could probably do that. I've some guys here that use skid steers. They go around and they do different places. They charge people an arm and a leg to do it. Will actually use pallet forks. And they put pallet forks on their skid steer, and they run those pallet forks right under the hard pack and pop it up. And then they change over to the bucket and then scoop it up with a bucket and dump it. But so I think there's probably lots of uses for pallet forks, but I don't even own a box blade because I have an asphalt driveway. I guess, I don't know if asphalt's a great word for it, because it's more like just hardened. I don't know what to call it, but it's not soft like regular asphalt. And so I don't have to really worry. My teeth on my Piranha tooth bar don't really tear up the asphalt hardly at all. But it's interesting. But it's supposed to. I suspect by the end of the month we're really going to start melting. They have what they call ice parks here, where we have world-class ice carvers here, and they carve these big, beautiful statues and stuff out of ice. And I think I might have even had a video on that a couple of years back. But they stay open. Their rule is that they stay open until the end of March or until all the ice melts. So, but March is usually the end of March is usually when things start melting. And oh, here comes Rosie. She's kind of a star of the channel once in a while. There she is. Say hi, Rosie.
Hello.
Rosie's my sidekick and sometimes my camera girl. And oh, she's pulling up a chair. So all these books and stuff behind us they're school books.
We got too many school books.
Oh, you don't have too many. Our kids have been homeschooled. They've been homeschooled for even long before the pandemic. So we try to keep them busy. But Rosie's she's quite the entrepreneur. Thanks, Mike. We'll see you later. And Rosie, she's got a big customer base for her chickens. So that's why she's so fussy about me. He says, hi, Rosie. She got people begging for her eggs from her chickens. So she can't have enough eggs. There's so many people that want them. So we sell a lot of eggs, don't we, Rosie?
Yep.
And then this year, I got to try to get her back on the tractor again, see if she can drive it in a straight line. And
oh, get no practice.
Well, we'll get you to practice again, but you got to keep it out of the pond. No crashing my tractor into the pond. Although K-TAC insurance is a wonderful thing. So if she does, I suppose that'll work. But so I would send you guys some eggs, but I don't know that they would survive the trip. I did remember seeing the Oscar. Yeah, Bob, that was the ice sculptures was probably one of my earlier videos, and you certainly would have been one of the ones.
15.
Yeah, 15. She says. The chickens are only about 7 months old, and she has 15 of them, and there's some days we get 17 or 18 eggs. So some of them are laying 2 eggs a day. But they started laying eggs at 4 months and 6 days old. And so that was pretty impressive. They're called a golden bovine. They're a sex-linked chicken. Some hybrid chicken, got some leghorn in them or something like that. So, and then her and Riley will get pigs about the middle of April, and some turkeys, and then they'll get some meat chickens. And would you guys are you guys interested at all? Interested at all in seeing the pigs and chickens and turkeys and maybe even some of the butchering process? But yeah, we are. Rosie sells her eggs for $5 a dozen. All right, David. So they want to see your pigs, turkeys, and chickens when we raise them and butcher them and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah.
Now, Rosie's interesting. Bob says, "Hey, Rosie, glad to see you." What was I saying? You don't remember what I was saying, huh?
I don't remember. You just gotta remember.
When we butcher chickens, it's kind of funny because I'll send the kids over to the chicken coop to get one of the chickens and bring it over so that we can dispatch it and butcher it. And she will hug and love on those chickens all the way right to the end, and make sure that they are cared for right up to the last minute. And then she helps us butcher them, so it doesn't bother her very much. But she's going to make sure that those chickens have the best life right to the end. So that's kind of nice. And then maybe if they don't cancel our fair this year, we'll have chickens, turkeys, and pigs at the fair too. So see you, Ed. Thanks. So who all we got on here? I got 13 people on here now. Wow. So what kind of videos do you guys want to see? Give me an idea of what things I can do different based on what I have. I think most of you have seen everything I have. I'd be interested to see what you guys are interested in, or if I should change it up, something I should do different with my videos. I'm willing to try almost anything. You think we ought to put Rosie on the tractor more? Anything tractor. I learned that a long time ago, David, because when I started this channel, I called it I called it AK Dad Stuff, because I thought I'd be doing Are you in North Pole, Robert? I started this channel thinking I'd do more dad stuff along with the tractor, but I realized that every time I did dad stuff, my views went way down, and I realized that you guys only loved me for my tractor. Where at in North Pole, Robert? We might be able to make this happen.
I want to come.
Rosie wants to come too. Do I already know you, Robert, or are you just a subscriber that happens to live in North Pole? That could be fun. So we got somebody says anything tractors and chickens they want. They want to see more of your chickens. Where are you at? Where are you in North Pole, Robert? Chena Lakes. Okay. That's not too far. I was down that neck of the woods a year or so ago. Well, maybe we can have tractor races or something. I was down in your neck of the woods with the tractor off Lawrence Road, clearing out around that church. And so I do get down there once in a while, but I have just a single axle trailer, and a single axle trailer that's rated just at the limit for what my tractor is. And so I try not to go very far with it. I do go over to my son's and do his driveway once in a while, but hey there, Wayne. How are you? Glad you could pop in. This is my makeshift live stream. I've never done one before. Oh, here comes Riley now. There's Riley. Well, there goes Riley. He's leaving.
I'll watch the eggs.
Oh, how many did you get, Riley?
12.
12 eggs. Did you get any this morning?
No.
No eggs this morning, but we got 12 tonight.
13.
All right. 12 or 13 eggs tonight we got. That's another $5. Did Mom split that money with you earlier? All right. What's the weather like in Massachusetts right now, Wayne?
Gotta go let the dog in.
All right. Well, holy smokes, I've been on here half an hour already. So I'll try to turn out more tractor and chicken related content, and we'll see where it goes, huh? I think it's almost time to clean the chicken coop again. We may have to use the tractor for that, and we'll get some video of the chickens. Need to find the thumbs up to keep you going. Are you, is there not a thumbs up on the YouTube link? Let me just peek here. Yeah, we got six thumbs up. It's kind of hard because there's a delay between what I'm saying and what is showing on YouTube. So it's kind of neat, I guess. I'm going to have to try to figure out this whole thing. It says, Wayne says, sitting by the monitor watching YouTube tonight at 9 p.m., 20 degrees and clear, too cold for March. Next week, heading into 50s. Well, Wayne, we haven't seen 50 degrees in months.
See ya.
I like your videos just the way you are. Some tractors, some chickens, some helping jumpstart cars when it's really cold out, mixing it up. Well, okay. I appreciate that, Robert. You're probably familiar, Robert, with Monty Pearson. We'll see you, David. Thanks for coming. You're probably familiar with Monty Pearson, who goes around and jumpstarts cars for people, and he has a Facebook page called Paying It Forward. And a year or so ago, he really had trouble keeping up. So I stepped up and went and helped thaw cars out. And that was kind of fun. Well, Bob, it's hard for us to tell whether the egg production is going to go down in the winter because these chickens didn't even start laying until January. And we were in the dead of winter then. So if it picks up in the summer, we're in a lot of trouble because we're going to have way too many eggs. But as of right now, you know, the coop inside is 60 degrees and we keep it warm in there, and they have a light in there and a window. And so right now, if this is any indication, it doesn't drop off. But seeing this was their first winter and they started laying in winter, I suspect that it may drop off next winter. Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen, but right now these are new chickens because we had the older chickens, and we got them when they were older, and they just stopped producing altogether. And so we butchered those and replaced them with these new chickens that were born in September. And they are like little machine guns when it comes to producing eggs. So I don't know I don't know what to expect from these chickens next winter. But right now, they're really, really producing. What?
You ran into one today.
Yeah, I know. Does she say she want eggs?
No.
Oh, okay. So how's everybody managing the, it says, took a trip up your way back, did the train and the cruise for 10 days, even saw the top of Denali, clear sky heading to Anchorage. Yeah, that's Wayne. Alaska is a wonderful place. I've traveled quite a bit around the state where you can get by road. Anyway, there's a lot of places you can't get only by plane or boat or something. And I've even flew up into Anwar. I was up there in 2001, 2002. I went caribou hunting and camping up there for a week. And then, of course, last year we went to Valdez. We've been to Valdez many times. And I think I have a video on our Valdez family trip this last summer. And but it is a wonderful place to visit. And if you got to see any of Denali, you did pretty good, because that's a mountain that certainly creates its own weather, and you can see it on really nice days. It could be a beautiful day where you're at and you can't see the mountain at all. So if you got to see it, you were pretty lucky. Of course, where I live, I'm 120 miles north of Denali Park, and but you can see it. You can see it on a nice clear day coming down the highway. You can see that mountain off in the distance. It certainly makes me appreciate where I live, and I'm sure Robert there can attest to that, because he's from my neck of the woods. It's a wonderful place to live and a wonderful place to raise a family and make a living. So it's just too bad it takes so long to see the whole state, but you just never see it all. You'll have to make another trip up here. Of course, not much has changed, I guess, and right now traveling is a bit of a challenge, I guess. But how's everybody dealing with the pandemic in your neck of the woods? In anybody's neck of the woods there? Let's see, what do we got here? Clear, heading to Anchorage south on the shoe.
This is fun.
It is fun, isn't it, Rosie? Rosie says this is fun. I think she's
Just mostly sitting here.
yes, we're just mostly sitting here. We're waiting to see people comment, but there's a little bit of a lag, so I have to wait and see. All right, Robert. Do you get it at one of the private clinics in town, or do you get it at the VA clinic, or are you a veteran by any chance? All right, all right. Well, I work at the VA clinic in Fairbanks here, and I know we've been vaccinating a lot of folks, and I thought maybe you were one of the guys that came through.
You just almost did him sharp.
Almost. Huh? Well, guys, I'm about out of things to talk about, and I just thought I'd give this a whirl and see how it works. So I'm going to give everybody just a few minutes here to make any further comments, and then I'll be logging off. And I got a video to edit and get ready for upload. All right, we'll see you, Robert.
Bye.
A video road trip of our local town. I suppose, you know, I could do that. I did one, my video, someone stole my tractor, and it was where I went on a drive to North Pole, and we went to the Santa Claus house. But I could go into Fairbanks and show you around Fairbanks a little bit. I guess it's kind of a bigger metropolis, I guess, if you could call it that. It's not that big, but yeah, we could tour around. I might be able to find some things to show you guys. It's too bad I can't do it on my tractor. I'd get more views. And
How many views do you have?
well, I had up to 13 people on here, Rosie. So
Now we got 8.
yeah, we have 8 right now. So that's more than I thought I'd have. See. So, okay, guys, I'm going to sign off here. I appreciate all you guys tuning in and subscribing to my channel and offering me suggestions. And I'll try to be... All right, so Kevin wants to see the Northern Lights and the Ice Festival. Well, Kevin, the Northern Lights are certainly wonderful. And the only issue with the Northern Lights is they usually don't come out till I am in bed. I go to bed too early. I will have to try to stay up a little later and get some Northern Lights pictures. And so I'll see what I can come up with. And the Ice Festival, I think Mama's planning on one of these days us going down there. So I'll certainly record that, and we'll get them up there and see what you guys think of that. So until next time, I'm checking out here, guys. And I appreciate you tuning in, and I appreciate you watching my channel. And give me a thumbs up. And if I sign out before you can comment, you can just comment on the YouTube video. It'll be uploaded there. So, all right. See ya.
Bye.